Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so glad you found me. I have a Dollar Tree Christmas DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you step by step how to make this adorable little truck tabletop Christmas decor. Let me show you how to make it. To get started, you will need one of these trucks that you can get from Dollar Tree. Now they have two to choose from. This one has the little slats on the back, and this one has the open pickup. I'm going to be using this one today, but either one will work, whatever you can find in your store. And then I'm also going to be using this cute little Santa. This came out of the cobblestone miniatures. Now this is optional, you don't have to use this. But I thought he would be cute, kind of glued in back there, looking like he's driving the truck. So that's optional. If you can't find him or you don't have one, you can always skip that. So I want my little guy to sit in this direction so it looks like he's driving, so you see him from the side. He'll be low enough that you're not really going to see the tree. So I need to clip this a little bit shorter. I'm just going to use some wire cutters and trim the sides a little bit. It'll take a little effort. I might have to get my big ones out. My hands aren't very, oh, there it goes. My hands aren't very strong. That clipped off nice. Kind of see where I need to have him. Oh, that's perfect. So I'm going to glue him onto the bottom just like that, so that he's sitting. It looks like he's driving the car. So I'm just going to use some hot glue and get down there and add some hot glue. Get my guy situated, make sure that he's facing and sitting the way that I want him. Okay, so I got him glued in there pretty good. And it looks like he's driving the car. That makes me really happy. Next, you're going to need like a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll. And you just basically want to measure, I want to cover the front here up and over and straight down the back, and then leave this area open. I might put something across the back here, but I want to close off this top so it actually looks like a truck, because this is going to be sitting on a table. People are going to be walking around it. They're going to see it from both sides and from the top. So I want that to look closed in. So take your little toilet paper roll here, and you want to cut it so that it's just wide enough to go across these two. So just lay it down, get it on the edge, and then mark it on the other side so you know where to cut. And then do your best to cut that straight across. Okay, so that gives you the width. Then you want to kind of push it down and start to mold it so it'll be easier when you go to glue it down. Okay, so for this first piece, I'm going to start here, and it will cover this whole area all the way down here. I'll need to put one piece here and then another piece on this lower part right here. Okay. I got that piece. I need to cut a couple smaller pieces that are the same width to fill in those areas. So if you don't get it quite right the first time, just try to fit it in there and see where you need to trim. If you enjoy craft tutorials and learning new craft techniques, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new content every week. If you hit the notification bell when it pops up, you'll be the first to know every time I upload new content. Okay, now I'm going to start gluing here in the front. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue on both sides. Okay, so I got that first section attached. Now before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more glue on the inside. And then I'm going to continue to attach that piece across the top, doing a little bit at a time. And then here on the very back, as this comes down and folds down, that's going to be part of the back window, that little piece that I cut out. So I just folded it down to see where I needed it and cut it out. I'm going to add one more piece once I get it glued down right across the bottom, and then it'll look like the rear window. Okay, I'm going to get this finished glued down and that little piece across the back, and then I'll come back and we'll move forward. Okay, once you get your cardboard glued on, next you're going to want to go through, and if you need to, like something didn't get glued down, go ahead and glue that down. Add just a small amount. Then you also want to go through and clean up, like if this isn't flush, like that's a little long. So I just use my wire cutters and clean that up. Take a little sandpaper. Clean that up. And then also if you get anywhere where glue came out, just use your wire cutters and trim that off. So you want to clean it up so it's nice and clean to be able to paint it. My truck is all cleaned up, nice and smooth, sanded down. I think it looks really cute. Now the next step you want to do, this is also optional if you're good at painting. I like to go in and just kind of sketch out where my wheels are, where the door is, where my bumpers are. So when I'm painting it, I have some kind of reference. Now for my tires, I'm going to use this Craftwise chalkboard paint that's in black I got from Dollar Tree. I really like this paint. It dries quick. It's nice and thick. One coat is great. For the body of my truck, I want a red truck, but Cardinal Crimson is a little too bright, so I'm going to mix in some burnt umber. Okay, so I have that, and I'm just going to mix the two together. I went kind of a brownish red, so it looks like it's a little aged. I don't want it really bright. So just a little bit of that burnt umber in there. See how it toned that down nicely? It looks a little bit more rustic, and then I will probably do some antiquing to the truck a little bit too. I'm going to paint my tires first, and then I'm going to paint the rest of the truck, including all the areas that I put cardboard with the red. I got all of my tires painted. I think they look really cute. I also had some of this Enamels Sterling Silver by Folk Art, and I used that just to color the bumper in the front and the back. Now once I get it painted, I may add another piece there on the back to put a bumper on, but I'm going to wait until I'm done painting it and see what it looks like. Now I'm going to go in and paint the rest of my truck. My base coat is all dry. I'm really happy with the color. I did go ahead and cut out a window using my utility knife. So now I have all my windows. I have also started to do some antiquing with the Waverly Antique Wax. So I will show you on this side. A little bit goes a long way. You just need a rough brush, no water. Dab just a little bit, and I always like to start right around the edges, and I just kind of tap it on. Now you have to think this is a rusty truck, rusty old truck. It's been used for years, so wherever trucks would normally have rust, go ahead and add it. So you can do as much or as little of this as you like. Just play with it. Just know that, you don't need a whole lot. And there you go. I think he looks really cute. Now you could always go in and add more detail. Maybe paint a grill or a license plate. Maybe add some lights. Anything like that. I think I'm going to leave mine just like that. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this winter white and add a little bit of highlights. I think this adds just a little bit more, gives it that little bit more aged. It could even look like snow. Okay, I added my white. I actually kind of went more with it being snow than highlights. I think once I get the trees in here, it'll look appropriate. So I have a package of the miniature trees that you can get in the cobblestone for Christmas. I'm going to start with the smaller one. I'm going to take that and I'm going to push that up from the bottom in between the two pieces of wood that hold it together. Kind of push it at an angle. Till I get it to the height that I want. Now there's a piece of wood there, so this one I'm going to cut and then glue in. But first I want to decide, where I want it and how long. And then I'm going to cut that piece off. And now I can take this and get it in there. I like that. Doesn't that look cute? Oh, I love it. And there you go, we're all done. I think it looks so cute. Santa driving his truck, taking the Christmas trees up to the North Pole. I think it looks so cute. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. Thanks again for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. If you enjoy craft tutorials, make sure to check these out. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time.